Alright, what's up, y'all? It's the Sandman with another reaction video, and today, it's a little bit of a throwback day. You know what I'm saying? We react to, one of my first guitar heroes that's really inspired me to pick up the guitar and get into all kinds of music. Jimmy Page, but this guy Alexi I think that's how I'm pronouncing his name right. But Alexi was one of the guys, was probably the first ever guitar hero that ever came into my life. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as like my exposure to like all kinds of music, it started with death metal. Believe it or not, usually it's like the other way around. Usually you get into like maybe classic rock, and then you progress to metal, and then you go heavier and heavier into more extreme subgenres. But for me, it was like started right off into death metal. And a bit of a backstory. I think I was familiar with the song Final Countdown, and I think I came across a cover video, and this was years ago. This was maybe like 8 years ago, maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I don't know how I remember the story, but I came across the Final Countdown, and there was actually a band called Dispatched. So Dispatched, I think, had a cover of that song, but in the comments I remember seeing something about Children of Bodom having a cover. So then I was like, Children of Bodom, I should check these guys out. And I checked these guys out, and the first song I ever heard by them was Are You Dead Yet? And then I'm like, how does this guy play this stuff? How did these guys play this shit? You know what I mean? So I was blown away by their skill, by their talent, the vocals, the energy, the really heavy riffs, and the fucking guitar solos, and the keyboard, every part of their music just blew my mind. And this is like the first time I've been exposed to like this sort of stuff, you know what I mean? So it hit me. And then I remember, recently, before unfortunately Alexi passed away, I remember sending one of my buddies, I think a song that they made, and then just for him to listen to, because that's what we do. We send each other songs, because like he plays bass, I play guitar, well, and then just to like see, okay, can you play this, can you play that, you should learn this song, whatever. And then a few days later he passes away. So it's just crazy, because I came across their music again for the first time in maybe 6 or 7 years, and then the time when I share their music, this guy passes away like a few days later. So it just hit me, man. It's just crazy. How these people I'm checking if I'm recording. All right, we're good. How, you're here and then you're not, you know what I mean? But we're going to look at Lake Bodom, live versions from Stockholm. I think it's from 2006, 2007 maybe. This is not a song I'm familiar with, I don't think. I've probably heard it, but it's been so long that it doesn't even matter anymore. So it's like, yeah. So, Lake Bodom live. Let's get it. Real quick, I'm going to pull up the lyrics. Just because. So, without too much talking, let's get right into the song, man. Okay, so I think he's kind of freeballing some of these lyrics because after I have it pulled up. Um, but yeah, man, I was never a lyrics guy anyway, so I don't really care. But this is fire. This is so fire. The intro is amazing. I mean, I was blown away by how melodic these guys play while playing so fast. I mean, it just blew my mind. The skill, just the skill that these guys have. Um, and they always have. I remember seeing some lives like again a long ass time ago, but I remember these guys have fun. These guys know how to vibe with each other. These guys like play off each other really nicely. Um, dude, but these riffs are killer, dude. Yeah, nothing more to say right now, but this is crazy. This is really good. Um, and I like how they sort of stop the music and let one guy, I think his name is Roop Latvala or something, but they let him like go in for like a little 5 6 seconds, play the riff, and then bam, everyone kicks back in. I always love that sort of move that a lot of bands do, but these guys do it really well. Oh shit, I gotta pause. Oh man, dude. Uh, their transitions are killer, man. How they stop on a dime and just change the whole song, like they introduce a brand new riff, and it just sounds so seamless. Um, that always just amazes me, and how some bands just really know how to just switch up on a dime where it doesn't sound forced. It doesn't sound like it doesn't change the flow of the music, and you don't even notice it. You know what I'm saying? You just hear it differently, but you don't notice the stop. You don't notice the pause. It's just a new vibe to the song, and it just comes in naturally. And that these guys know how to write songs, obviously, um, and these solos are amazing. This is like the keyboardist is really showing off in this one. Um, but the whole band sounds tight. They sound tight. They stop on a dime. Um, that's all I gotta say. These guys are killer. They're killing it. Killing it. I hope that's it.
Need the symbol. They need a cap.
Are you ready? Where do we?
Okay, that was it. Okay, thank God. But yeah, thing with like melodic death metal bands and these bands that have a lot of solos, they have a lot of just a lot of notes, period, and the things they write, and they manage to remember everything, and they manage to like put everything together in a song, singing at the same time, like Alexi's doing, incorporating new instruments like keyboard into a metal band. You don't see that too often. Maybe it's common in melodic death metal bands. I'm not too sure, but these guys incorporate a lot of different elements into just one song, and they perform like 10, 15 of these in a live set. So that just blows my mind. Just not only the composition, but just the execution and how these guys just put in the work, the time, just to get these things like flowing and sounding as precise as it does. But the riffs in here are killer, man. Man, rest in peace, Alexi Laiho, man. And I don't know, I owe a lot to this guy, man. Probably would have never got, as far along the musical journey as I did if it wasn't for this guy. So, there's that. But yeah. While he was here, he gave us shit like this, and that's how you gotta make your impact on the world, in whatever way you can. And that doesn't have to be through music, it can be anything, but be damn good at what you do. Whatever you choose to do, just be damn good at it, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I really like the keyboards, I really like the rhythm guitars. I think the rhythm guitarist, Ruplat Vala, I think that's his name. He used to play, he played some killer, he had some little moments where he got to shine as well. I really like that. The groove was kick-ass, the band was having fun. And those little licks that Alexi was playing in in little spaces between the verses, they were just on point. This guy was, I think at this time, this guy was on fire. I mean, this whole band was on fire at this time. This was probably their prime years. I think 06, 07 maybe. So yeah, it's a kick-ass song, Lake Bodom. The whole concept of, the Bodom murders, I think that's what, like, the Lake Bodom murders, right? I think that's what their, a lot of their songs are about. Of course, their band name. It's a really cool concept. Makes for some dark lyrics. Makes for some, makes for some really interesting elements to like their lyricism and, what their songs represent, what they mean. So, yeah, I don't really have much to add right now, but, yeah, again, the riffs are kick-ass. I like just the droning, like just the echoing chord, like I think that was the chorus when he goes in. It may just be power chords, but it's just sonically, it just sounds very vibrant. It sounds very, it just sounds really rich, the sound. So these guys just bring like it's like a wall of sound, you know what I'm saying? It just crashes around you, but it sounds so good because they play so well that it's just like, it overcomes you, and you're like, these guys just pack that much power in their punch, you know what I'm saying, when they're playing. But yeah, anyways, that's it for me, man. Lake Bodom by Children of Bodom. Kick-ass song. This live version was great. Rest in peace, Alexi Laiho. Made a big difference in my life, man. For the better, for the best. You know what I mean? But yeah, your legacy will never be forgotten, man. Never ever. So that's it for me, man. It's the Sandman. Checking out. Appreciate you listening to the reaction. Hope y'all enjoyed the song. If you're new to this band, y'all should check them out. Children of Bodom. That's it. Sandman checking out. Peace.